We start off with the top horse, Art Moresque, here at 14-1, one of the bigger prices. Court Minstrel would have a chance on the pick of his form at 4-1 for Evan Williams and Paul Maloney. God's Own, I think, a really worthy favourite at 15-8, the mount of Paddy Brennan for Tom George. Sizing Granite at 9-2, number 5 is Solar Impulse, and finally Traffic Fluide, trained by Gary Moore and now ridden by Leighton Aspel.
Johnny, come on then.
And the starter lets them go a relatively short run to the first fence here. Art Moresque and Nick Schofield, the early leaders from Sizing Granite. Solar Impulse on the right as they jump the first, followed by Traffic Fluide, the favourite God's Own on the inside, and the check sleeves second last, and the nose-banded Court Minstrel at the back of the field as they turn now towards a line of 3 fences up the home straight. Art Moresque clear in the early stages of this Doombar Maghull Novices chase, leads by 3 or 4 lengths to Solar Impulse, Sizing Granite, then Traffic Fluide, God's Own and Court Minstrel. A horse that's done well at this meeting in the past is held up in last place by Paul Maloney. Approaching the next, Solar Impulse just a little slow in third place on the near side there. There's high quality grade 1 2-mile novice chase, been won by some very good horses down the years. Night Nurse, Pearly Man, World Chief Flagship of Borealis, and more recently Finian's Rainbow and Sprinter Sacra, as they go to this next plain fence in front of the crowd. And it's still Art Moresque that leads to Solar Impulse, the 2 Nichols runners here. And then on the outside, Sizing Granite. Between runners is Traffic Fluide, God's Own and Court Minstrel, both held up as they now race towards this left-hand turn. Art Moresque just running off the track a little, moved about 3 or 4 horses wide there, back on course now as they run towards the back straight from Solar Impulse, in the hands of Sam Twiston-Davis in the black and beige colours, successfully worn by Ruby Walsh aboard Nichols Canyon in the first race. Sam wearing them this time, the Wiley colours. Sam will be on Rocky Creek in the big one later on. Again, Solar Impulse getting in a little tight there. Traffic Fluide in 4th, then God's Own and Court Minstrel on towards the next. Another plain fence coming up. Art Moresque from Sizing Granite, who's moving up on the approach to this one. Art Moresque lands just ahead of Sizing Granite. God's Own, maybe just a little shake of the rein there from Paddy Brennan on the inside. Now an open dish. Art Moresque, Sizing Granite. Solar Impulse was okay there. Then Traffic Fluide. Court Minstrel on the outside of God's Own. One left to jump in the back straight now, and Art Moresque will still just take off in front. He was a bit long at it, reached and landed safely. From in second, Sizing Granite, Traffic Fluide, Solar Impulse, God's Own and Court Minstrel. Both of those now tanking quite a bit. Wonder if the pace might have slipped a little as they now run past their starting point and head towards the cross fence, which is 4 out. Art Moresque has made all the running so far, joined by Sizing Granite again, jumping this one. A diving jump there from Solar Impulse, who's lost his position. Third is Traffic Fluide, then Court Minstrel beginning to move forward quite stylishly. God's Own is just nudged along, the favourite in 5th place, and a bit short of room at this stage. They run down the home straight now, on towards the third last. And Art Moresque and Sizing Granite, 1 and 2 again. Traffic Fluide on the far side. Court Minstrel, where's God's Own going to find a run if good enough? Switching towards the inside now, God's Own, as they race towards the second last, a final open ditch, and Sizing Granite might have led there from Traffic Fluide. Then behind them, Court Minstrel and God's Own, as Art Moresque has dropped away, and Sizing Granite leads the way. Court Minstrel now, push comes to shove. Traffic Fluide on the far side. God's Own running a rather flat race, back in 4th as they make their way towards the final fence. Sizing Granite, 2 legs over the last. Sizing Granite, Court Minstrel down on his nose. God's Own now runs on into second and begins to gain. It's been very hard work. Sizing Granite reeled in a little bit by God's Own, but it's not going to be enough, and Sizing Granite wins from God's Own in second. Traffic Fluide third, then Court Minstrel. A long grat then to the long-time leader Art Moresque and Solar Impulse, the 2 Nichols horses, a little bit disappointing. Sizing Granite, a winner at Naas and Leopardstown in his last 2 starts, clearly progressive, gave Johnny Burke a lovely ride there. Disappointing favourite, I thought, God's Own. Never really looked happy under Paddy Brennan. Didn't really reproduce his form at Cheltenham by the look of things.
Well done to Henry de Bromhead. What a trainer he is, the county